Hey everyone, welcome to World Heritage Journey. I'm Joel on the road. Thanks for joining me. Today we're at Shark Bay Conservation Area in Western Australia. So behind me you can see the beautiful shimmering expanse of Shark Bay, one of the most important areas for all life on Earth. It's on the World Heritage List for three reasons. Because of the incredible diversity of life here, both in the water and on land. Because of the enormous sea grass beds that exist just under the surface. And it was also the site of one of the most startling scientific discoveries in history. Let's check it out. The Shark Bay World Heritage Site is located at the most westerly point of Australia. It covers a surprisingly large area of around 2.2 million hectares, of which about 70% is water, and it's on the traditional lands of the Malgana, Nanda and Yinkata indigenous groups, the traditional owners and custodians of these lands. Because of Shark Bay's shallow depth, at just an average of 9 meters, and its very limited access to the ocean through two small channels with shallow sandbars, the bay's waters are extremely salty and quite warm too. It's a meeting point of three climates: cold ocean currents, warm tropical waters, and dry desert heat on the land. Shark Bay is a unique environment, and it's one where many unusual species can survive and thrive. So the dark patches that you can see out in the bay behind me are actually meadows of seagrass, and the Shark Bay is one of the most important places in the world for seagrass. There's over 4,000 square kilometres of seagrass meadows here in Shark Bay, and one of them, the Woomarel Seagrass Bank, is the largest seagrass bank in the entire world. Now, it's tempting to think of them as just seaweed, but they're actually really important ecosystems supporting a huge array of marine life, particularly dugongs, or sea cows as they're known. And of course, they're not seaweed at all because there's a big variety of species of seagrass. They're actually just like land plants. They have roots and they have flower systems as well. Now there's 60 different varieties of seagrass across the world, and 12 of those varieties are found here, most commonly wireweed and ribbonweed. As I mentioned earlier, one of the key aspects to the Shark Bay World Heritage listing is the incredible biodiversity that the area has, particularly in the water that you can see behind me. There's over 11,000 dugongs, or sea cows as they're sometimes called, that live here in the bay, which is around 10% of the world's total dugong population, which is actually quite staggering. As the name suggests, of course, there are heaps of different shark species in Shark Bay as well, along with different types of turtles, rays, and some incredible dolphins too. In fact, where we are now, a place called Monkey Mia, a team of researchers and scientists feed wild dolphins by hand off the beach every morning, and it's absolutely spectacular. So the black objects that you can see behind me are what's known as stromatolites. And although they look a lot like rocks, they're actually really fascinating because they're some of the oldest known life forms on Earth. They're what's known as microbial mats or mounds. And essentially a clump of microbes has stuck together and then they've hardened when they've expired. More microbes stick to the outside and then they expire and harden. This happens again and again until they reach the enormous sizes that you can see behind me. Because of the extremely salty water here in Shark Bay, the conditions are extremely similar to conditions on Earth for much of its history. And for over 4 billion years, stromatolites like these were the only forms of life on Earth, which is absolutely incredible. Now, these stromatolites have been known to science for a long time, but it was thought that it expired many, many years ago. So when a colony of living stromatolites was discovered right here in Shark Bay in the 1950s, it caused quite a stir in the scientific community, as I'm sure you can imagine. It's absolutely fascinating to come here and see these incredible creatures and check out their natural habitat. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Shark Bay Conservation Area here in Western Australia. I've learned an awful lot today and I hope you have too. And it's just such a beautiful environment that it's been really, really fun. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video or leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe to see more from the World Heritage Journey. I'll see you next time.